Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the X-Men movies. So, I guess Fox didn't learn much from, doing a bad Wolverine movie. Well, partially at the very least, because, in a sense, that they made another one, but it's not as bad as X-Men Origins at the very least.
You sound like we're in
Uh,
for a bad time. This movie is actually good.
I found it mostly boring, if you ask me, especially compared to First Class that came out, just before. And anyway, we're talking about the Wolverine. Yes, we just called it like the Wolverine. Done in 2013, directed by James Mangold. Interesting name. Who was apparently one of the writers for Oliver and Company.
Huh, how about
Okay,
that?
That's quite a
interesting
departure.
resume. I don't know much of his other name movies like Identity, Girl Interrupter, or Kid and Leopold. Um, but anyway, the story instead was written by Mark Bombach and Scott Frank. So yeah, this takes place still. 'Cause this is before Days of Future Past. This takes place before the reboot, reset button Days of Future Past. So technically after X-Men The Last Stand. So technically we have a sequel to that. So let's see what Logan is up to. Start before the Fox
We're doing
logo.
the extended cut, by the way.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Yeah. Anyway, start before the Fox logo in 3, 2, 1, click.
I remember seeing this film in the cinema and I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw this film, I liked it too. It was definitely a step in the right direction. I mean, and it's about time we did something right with the classic cast. Like, that's the thing when you think about it. For as much as we love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, he didn't really get to be in the best of the X-Men movies
Until way later on.
until like, stuff like this, Days of Future Past, and Logan, from what I've heard.
I was still hoping he would have a cameo, an actual proper cameo in the Deadpool movies, but alas.
It depends. It sounds like Hugh Jackman's rather done with the role.
No, at this point, yeah, he said that you should look at behind the scenes stuff, Jova. His diet to keep the physical Wolverine was terrible.
I imagine such.
So we start in Japan.
Yeah, specifically during World War II.
One thing I really liked about this movie was like, well, for the first time since like X-Men The Last Stand, we were finally moving forward and not looking back at the past.
We've literally gone back to the past here. And it's just before the bombing of
Nagasaki.
Nagasaki, because
The second city that was officially bombed.
Yeah. Although apparently that wasn't supposed to be the original target.
No, they just.
They had to divert because they were losing, because it was too cloudy and they were losing.
Was it the same plane? What it was called, Ebola Gay or something?
I don't
Oh,
think it
you
was
mean
the
the
same plane.
B-13?
It was a plane with a fire escort.
Yeah. And Logan apparently is sneaky. Oh, and
yes, this is back when he had bone claws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before the adamantium intervention.
People say the X-Men series has no grasp of continuity. Don't shoot them, I release them, you prick.
In about a few hours, they'll probably be begging to go back into those prisons.
Not that those prisons will help him that much anyway.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I forgot exactly how large is the blast radius of a nuke, but it's not exactly lethal.
It's big. I mean, hell, there was hell, even if you're behind a mountain, you'll still get hit by the blast. If you're
Oh! Yeah. Oh,
It's
even Logan knows.
You know, it's ironic. He isn't quite possibly the safest place there is. Again, the irony.
it's interesting. Like maybe I guess he saw the Hiroshima bomb and
And seppuku.
Yeah, we're nationalist to Japan, so honor and shit.
And that was the mantra back at the time. They'd rather die than get captured.
Yeah.
It looks rather painful.
Yeah, it is painful.
It's weird because the original ceremony, was intended with the two-parter in a sense that one, you stab yourself, but the other then decapitates you.
Well,
They didn't have time for
sometimes
the decapitating part.
Sometimes there were a certain version where somebody would be there to decapitate you in case you chickened out of doing the knife.
Oh no, CGI effect, run away!
But it's a decent CGI effect, so let's run.
Yeah, we're not watching X-Men Origins.
Hugh, you're not Tom Cruise, come on.
Wow, so he maintained that diet for God knows how many years.
Oh boy. Ow.
Yeah, that certainly has to hurt him.
Well, it's
And yet that
definitely hurting.
probably doesn't hurt
just
nearly as
because
much as what's happening to Wolvie on the other side.
Yeah, I was talking about Wolverine. Just because you can heal it doesn't mean that it doesn't know pain.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the guy on the other side whose face probably got a bit burned from that.
A bit burned, a bit like a Logan.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we weren't watching Deadpool yet.
Oh my god, you're bolder than Xavier. Oh wait, no, your hair's growing back already.
Yeah, don't worry. I know Deadpool has the healing factor, but I don't think that counts for his skin.
It's
It
complicated.
depends.
It technically is, but his cancer is in a way too advanced state to heal properly. So it's in a constant, fighting state.
Oh.
Jean, no, please. We have killed you. Move away.
Oh, God.
Shush.
So yeah, they got Famke Janssen back for to play Jean Grey. Ugh.
So here we open up on Wolverine, who is currently wondering whether or not the scenes from X-Men Origins Wolverine are going to be canon at this point or not. Oh wait, or he would, if you know he freaking remembered those.
I mean, the Days of Future Past was made for a reason. At this point, this specific point, the continuity was a complete clusterfuck.
Yeah, again, this is a problem with the X-Men movies back in the day. They could be good, definitely, but God, even back in the original trilogy, they sucked at continuity.
They lacked the person that... Oh, jeez.
Oh.
They lacked the person that glued the thing together, like having Feige or more recently Geoff Johns for the DC Extended Universe.
You
Oh,
can
what was the
hide.
shot?
You can hide, Logan. You have to do a sequel. No more living in the past with your cartoony claws.
Oh.
God,
Okay,
I really
and
gotta
welcome
stop.
to The Last of Us Part 3.
Hey, Wolverine, weren't you about to be a teacher at a school? I
Yeah,
guess he
about
decided to
that,
run off from that.
I'm sure this will cause no problems whatsoever.
Again, continuity ain't that a crap. I mean, I get that he's in mourning now, but it kind of contradicts how he was acting a lot more upbeat at the end of X-Men 3: The Last Stand.
But yeah, the way he
He was
behaves...
a crappy teacher.
The way he behaves now, going into hermit seclusion and stuff like that, reminds a bit of the initial behavior he had in Old Man Logan. It's a long story, Dweebs, I'll tell more once we get properly to Logan. But due to a series of circumstances, some of which because Mark Millar doesn't understand the Marvel Universe, Logan decides to go in seclusion, completely isolate himself from whatever else happens in the world, and as a result, because of the lack of his intervention, a lot of things go down.
Oh my god, Hagrid, you lost so much
a CGI
weight!
grizzly!
Hagrid, you lost so much weight! Seriously, he looks like Hagrid.
Sorry, Bob, I'm not doing Open Season 4.
Oh, and I was pissing on a tree just for that.
Yeah, sorry, Bob, you ain't getting no hippogriffs or
It
whatever.
was nice to see that bout of the bear pissing
Yeah,
on the tree.
was that necessary?
It's to show that it's marking its
Just have
territory.
the bear hanging around, doesn't need to piss on a tree.
No, I'll admit, while I do like this movie, I won't deny it does have a bit of a slow start. Pretty slow start.
Hillbillies.
So, I really do
Well,
wonder...
you probably like Logan better than Jover. I mean, that is a bit of a slow start too, but there's some action here and there interspersed, and it also helps build up. The
Could
stakes
it-
in the min-
Could it be that we're hunting down the bear? I wonder.
Is this about to become a PSA about how humans suck? I haven't been for years, bud.
No. And everyone calls me the Big Lebowski everywhere I go.
Well,
So
with
is
a
the
beard
dude.
like that... Sounds like idiot season out there.
What was that? Is there what was that name? Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan stars in The Revenant.
Sorry, there's no continuous shot.
And no Leonardo DiCaprio either.
Ooh, doggo.
Hugh Jackman, what are the most popular Oscars that Hugh Jackman has won?
I don't know.
I hopefully he has won at least one.
So...
Oh, poor bear.
No, the bear he saw earlier is dead.
Bear! This symbolizes something, I'm sure.
Oh, here's something interesting. According to the the co-writer of this movie, Mark Bombach, apparently Rogue was going to be in this movie.
Wow, once again, Rogue gets dropped.
Dang. Like,
She's not even in the movie this time.
I mean, why would they completely cut her out? I mean, it would make sense for her to be in this movie. I mean, she's the one who was closest to Wolverine. And I'm guessing that at this point...
Not in this series of movies, she isn't.
And I'm guessing at this point her powers will be back since we figured out that whole cure was a crock.
Oh, he actually won an Oscar with Logan as Best Actor. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Sorry, Empire Award. My bad. Oh yeah, it's personal. They need to pay.
No, wow. Brother Bear 3 got horribly dark.
Let me check what the writers did. Oh, Scott Frank worked on Minority Report and Flight of the Phoenix.
Oh.
While Mark Bombax, was uncredited but did Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Also, partially the Total Recall 2012 movie. Yeah.
We also did War for the Planet of the Apes.
And another uncredited script work for 50 Shades of Grey.
Uh-oh. This is illegal, you know.
He's got a really mixed track record, pretty much.
My cakes will burn.
So yeah, it turns out they were using an illegal poison-tipped arrow.
Oh, you didn't.
Why not just pour salt on it while you're at it?
This seems to be definitely hinting at how much darker things will get in Logan.
Well, it's a sort of an undertone that ever since the events of Last Stand, things have gotten pretty dark for the universe.
Yeah, that's one way to help Last Stand make a better impact, I guess. Except for your hand. In which case I apologize.
Oof.
Okay, apology taken back.
Well, he did stab his hand.
Oh? Oh, hello there.
Interesting.
Ow. So here we have Yukio, played by a figure actress named
Rila Fukushima. Let me check what else she did.
As for the character Yukio...
Oh, she was in the Ghost in the Shell live-action movie.
Oh, who'd she play?
Uh, do, do, do. Red Robe Geisha.
Is it
Sorry.
sad that I think she would have made a better one to play the
Wait, she
general, the
was one of the
major?
Red Priestesses in one episode of Game of Thrones.
The major.
Yeah. Is it sad that I think she would have been a better candidate to play the major than Scarlett Johansson?
They just say that Alita is a better choice for a Western actor playing an Asian role.
Anyway, Yukio, she's a fictional character from Marvel Comics. She's essentially a female ninja of Japanese origin and a supporting character of the X-Men. And she's
Yeah, let's
particularly
just say
associated with
that
Wolverine.
when it comes to the Marvel Universe, when it comes to Japan in the Marvel Universe, most characters are usually tied to Wolverine. The only major exception would be, I think it's called Sunfire, basically a superhero that's, I think it's called Shiro Yoshida in his civilian identity, that is basically fire-based.
Ah, but I have
Indeed.
a little surprise for you regarding her. Okay, her first appearance was Wolverine #2, September 1982. She has two creators, Chris Claremont and more famously, Frank Miller.
Oh boy, and you certainly know Frank Miller treats people of other ethnicities.
Actually, that's the thing. She's actually one of his better female characters, believe it or not.
Figures.
It might have helped that he was, more so the
Oh, hi,
artist
Storm.
back then, but still. Oh, Storm.
Oh, turns out that soldier that Logan saved all those years ago is pretty thankful.
Fun fact, Yukio at some point became a cyborg, because of course everyone became a cyborg at some point.
Of course.
She's actually had partnerships with the X-Force, the X-Men, Storm, Amiko Kabashi, Wolverine, and one of your favorites, Tio Gambit. Who still is not getting his own movie, sadly.
Yeah,
Here we are. Okay, it's the old retirement phrase. I'm out of the game. No, you aren't. Yes, I am. No, you aren't. Okay.
I'm totally not gonna get back. And cut to him getting back.
That's one thing that's disappointing about the Disney buyout of Fox. I was looking forward to that X-23 movie.
Wait. Was that guaranteed a thing?
It was the direction they were going, ideally. Not to mention, with a certain job I remember, there's still that tease at the end of the Apocalypse, which still hasn't been resolved technically.
Well, to be fair, how much you want to bet that's mainly because Apocalypse?
That's a problem, Jova. At least, considering everything, at the time of pretty much Dark Phoenix, all the major X-Men villains had been done except Mr. Sinister. He was literally the only one missing.
I mean, that's kind of a problem with the X-Men movies in general. They tend to make these plans a little too much without having a safety net or anything. Similar to kind of what we thought was going to happen with Spider-Man, but thankfully, as of now, has been reversed. Regardless, though, the X-Men movies have this tendency to make up these plans or whatnot, but when a movie doesn't do so well, they pretty much completely run out on them. That's the thing. There were a lot of plans after X-Men Origins Wolverine, but X-Men Origins Wolverine torpedoed a lot of those plans. And I'm willing to bet that whatever they had planned after Apocalypse was torpedoed when Apocalypse did not exactly get the stunning ovation that they thought it was going to get. Also, Yukio's a sound sleeper.
Are you comfortable, lady? I'm not sure that's how you sleep in an airplane.
Maybe it's social commentary on how a lot of people consider Japanese homes to be incredibly small and squandered.
Possible. Huh.
Just be glad I didn't call you
What kind of
Gojira.
yokai will Wolverine be?
Why not charming, since he's played by Hugh Jackman?
Well, how about legendary?
That could work too.
Well, I don't know, 80 at this point.
So, are we to assume that this was at some time when you split off from Victor?
I guess.
Seeing as how we clearly saw
Remember,
during
he
X-Men
went back
Origins
with him
Wolverine.
for the Vietnam War.
We could.
So
And we clearly see him with Victor during World War II. And let's not forget this was before X-Men Origins Wolverine was made non-canon.
I was gonna say, you know, it was a good job we don't have a drinking game where every time he swears in this movie, you take a shot because he just took one.
How did he even got captured in the first place?
What, in World War II?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It almost looked like he wanted to be there on purpose.
We never really talked too much about that, sadly. Again, this is the thing. I like this movie, but it does definitely demonstrate the continuity problem with this film franchise.
Well, then again, we do have to. But again, if we did, then again, if
Oh.
we do have to be careful you don't bog the movie down in too much stuff like that. You know?
Oh, absolutely not. But I think it just goes to show that this movie doesn't have nearly as much problems.
Also,
that
Yukio said
using that
something
much.
quite sinister. Logan doesn't have to worry about dying, at least on the plane.
Huh.
And then the unexpected crossover with Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Okay, not gonna lie, that would make Tokyo Drift at least 8 times more better.
What if Wolverine was the one who killed Han?
A shadow fell upon them because some guy.
Who?
He did
Yoshida.
Yoshida! Don't that
Let's just
sound
say that
familiar
that's
to all us comic book
Yeah,
fans?
let's just say that that soldier decided to keep busy after the war.
Huh, don't be a dick. Lady, do you know who you're talking to? Being a dick is
Yeah.
practically his part-time job.
I do not remember that bit being in the theatrical cut.
What, her saying to him, don't be a dick?
Yeah.
Maybe it's part of the extended cut.
Of course.
You know, if a Yakuza series were
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit rough with that.
Yeah.
Already a better movie than Origins, just for that line.
At least there's better humor.
What was it? Is your whole body a hip?
You're close, Bob. Close.
Well, we are gonna have to make them count.
Ooh, yeah, brochure. Or a scrapbook.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
not sure if
scrapbook.
this. Okay, one thing I'll say. I'm not sure if this scene that I'm going to mention was put in this cut of the movie, but there was a deleted scene of the movie where he actually has the yellow outfit like he has in the comics.
Oh, the one
Really?
that he does. But yeah, basically, Wolverine actually has an iconic Japanese traditional outfit. There was one issue where he welcomed Hank Pym and his wife, Jane. There you go. To Japan in the most stereotypical way possible.
Oh, yeah. I know about that, but Drib said that he shows up in his classic yellow outfit. At
I
some
don't
point.
remember.
No, he doesn't wear it. He just sees it in a box.
Uh-huh.
Again, a small costume reference. It's Easter egg. It's kind of common like that. But I don't remember. It's been a while since I saw this movie.
And again, you know, I can definitely understand why they wouldn't
Oh.
have him wear that in these particular films.
Well,
Looks like
especially
Mr.
Logan.
Yoshida is on his deathbed after
at
all.
this point, Dribs, it's kind of weird that they didn't, considering how First Class was all about those yellow outfits. Which kind
I
of...
was on more about this movie and Logan.
Oh, well, no duh, but we'll get more to that later. Hello there, Yuriko. Or Mariko. Oh, right, yeah, Yuriko.
Mariko Yoshida. Let's
That's
just say
right.
that there's a bit to her character that it's best not to be said yet.
It's interesting because James Mangold is a writer as well,
Ow!
but he didn't write this movie. Yet he co-wrote Logan.
It's cute that she's calling Wolverine a caveman. Really, really cute.
I guess maybe that's why I think Logan's a better film than this one, because help Mangold had a bit more of a personal touch in that film instead of here where he's just a director for hire.
Oh.
What? I'm reminded of Beauty and the Beast with this scene.
There we are. There's some stuff there for the ladies and some of the men. Okay, someone
I think that was Hugh Jackman talking to the producers.
it's like, all right, no more.
Come on, Logan, take it like a man. We gotta get you back to looking like your iconic self.
Logan, come on. You're a grown-ass man.
I mean, who knows? Maybe the MCU will find a way to, they're gonna put the X-Men in eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll find a way to make him to have him wear the outfit but not look ridiculous.
Oh, those
of
green
course
eyes
they
were
will.
interesting.
Honestly, Dibs, we haven't even seen him wear the outfit in live action, so there's no telling if he'd look ridiculous or not. Okay, that looks cool, not gonna lie.
Having that is a supreme form of memory foam.
I'll say.
Okay.
I thought it was Scarlett Johansson for a second.
Well, she's, I think, a Russian character still, so...
We wouldn't get the same actor being in both the MCU and the X-Men films at the same time till Josh Brolin
Mhm.
in Deadpool 2.
Aww.
Oh, cute.
The eels?
Leeches, by the looks of it. Ninja Warriors in Marvel Comics. That's just ridiculous.
Well, nowadays I keep thinking of that game show when they say Ninja Warrior.
How?
Oh?
The film Logan.
A decent film.
So yeah, basically Wolverine has been getting a little sick of living forever, so he's offering him a chance to die. Well, yeah, I mean at this point, what's he got? Jean's dead.
It's not
He
like...
clearly is discontent with the situation at the school.
Wait, what? So you're telling me that the...
Your healing ability was there to begin with, but it didn't implant it with the exoskeleton.
Yeah, what the heck are they going on about? Like, and also, Wolverine, didn't you lose your memory of what exactly they did to you? I mean, I guess you
can imagine that in time he got it back.
kind of a bit anticlimactic, but okay, he got his memories back off screen, Dwibs.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of the stuff that they say will get rid of something of theirs permanently never works. Like the cure doesn't work, the memory erasing bullet doesn't work. Although in that case, I don't care if it. In that case, I don't care if it stalls in continuity. That was a stupid thing, and I'm glad it's gone.
It just makes X-Men Origins Wolverine all the more pointless.
I have limits as to how intolerable I can be to bad continuity. If it's something like that, then fuck it, it's gone. I don't care.
How do you know? You haven't tested it on anything, have you?
Yeah, Wolverine's like, fuck this shit.
Not to diss you old for him, but you sound a little crazy.
But I guess his heart's
Of course, in true tradition, the heir to the Zaibatsu is in danger from other people who will be greedy to take her position. So,
Is he dead yet? No. That's what some of the more arseholey people in this family will probably be asking.
Shingen is played by Hiroyuki Sanada. He's quite famous, let's just say that.
Yeah, he's appeared in quite a couple of things around here. You know, when we need a Japanese actor that speaks English.
He's unfortunately the same year he was also in 47 Ronin. Poor soul.
I haven't heard.
He's
I
gonna
haven't
be
seen that
Scorpion
movie,
in
but-
the upcoming Mortal Kombat reboot movie.
Really?
Oh,
I don't think
well,
we'll like
dang.
that very much.
No! I will not be pitied by the caveman!
You see, the rain is there to emphasize the dramatic moment.
Yes! Uh-huh. Yeah, it's slippery. Wouldn't have wanted you to have accidentally, wink wink, fallen off there.
Hmm.
Then she runs off and jumps off the other side. It's another interesting thing about
Oh
this
no!
movie.
His just costume of X-Men Orange Wolverine!
Anyway, yeah, the interesting thing about this movie is that for the first act, it's very light on action.
Yeah,
Which I can understand, you know, if you want to build up the plot and the characters, then fair enough.
especially considering after X-Men Origins Wolverine was almost non-stop action.
It's ironic, really. X-Men Origins Wolverine was almost non-stop action, yet that film felt more boring than this for some
Not
reason.
just that, it's also for a purpose of embracing, the setting and everything.
It also helps us get to know the characters in the
This-
story a lot better, too.
This is something James
it's not a-
Mangold will do again in Logan.
It's not a secret that Hollywood is absolutely in love with the work of some particular Japanese movies, like Owa's works. So they always try to reference that and imitate them when they could. I mean, one of the bases of Star Wars is literally just that.
Hello.
Do you have a line? No. Okay.
She had one earlier where she was like, okay, leave him alone now.
She's not too fond of conversation. Oh, there you go.
Strained father-son relationship, eh?
At least he's appreciative of that fact.
Yeah. Oh, taping.
Phone call.
But you fucked up, so I will not grant you possession of my Zaibatsu. Ha 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 ha.
What?
Yeah, pretty much. And it won't be you. Ha 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 ha.
Cause
I
you
just-
suck!
Just thought I should say this on my deathbed, son.
Dirty guy jeans.
That will never happen, eh?
Yeah, totally.
But what? You are probably wondering, my dear audience.
My guess as well is that they deliberately made this film light on action to begin with because of what was coming the following year.
I suppose.
Oh my god, Days of Future Past did come out a year later.
Yeah. Well, hi, Gene.
Remember, you have to remember that despite being important in the time and everything, this is a spin-off after all.
Well, in some ways, I mean, okay, it is technically part of the main chronology, seeing as how Days of Future Past does
Oh,
other
it
things
is,
to this
Jova. It's
movie.
just not a mainline title anyway.
Why do I get the feeling this is gonna?
Oh no, those eyes.
Oh dear.
Oh god. Jeez, 1 minute I'm hellish.
She tastes like Marvel Studios.
Jesus
Well,
Christ,
Let's
boy.
just say that I'm not too far off with that.
Well, considering the Marvel Studios films that came out in 2013
Thor: The Dark World.
and Iron Man 3,
Yeah, terrible
Oh
year.
god, those were both in the same year.
but then again, neither of them were as bad as Man of Steel. So oops. So yeah, he died.
Sucks.
Yeah, okay. I'm not as pissed off as other off-screen deaths because I mean it's implied clearly in the
Yeah.
scenes before that he's pretty much at death's door.
It's
anyway.
literally on his deathbed.
This
please.
kind of off-screen death is more okay, seeing as I go, it's an ailing... I mean, okay, it's a character who's ailing at this point. Like, off-screen deaths are kind of like that because, like you guys said, he's at death's door. That said, it's a
What a
very
nice
protective
funeral.
Yeah. Can you imagine him writing down the instructions for it as well? I need bodyguards. But why, sir? You're already dead. Not for me, you fool!
Boy, Yoshida's doctor sure likes to dress excessively.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of, on the subject of funeral scenes, I saw I watched some of the first episode of Monk earlier today.
Oh,
Mhm.
Monk?
It's on Amazon Prime round here.
Huh, I love that series.
I'm on the series where I had the guitar theme tune, not the one that was replaced by my.
Yeah.
That'll probably be Pedro's worst nightmare. You have a theme song, and then all of a sudden it gets changed to a Randy Newman theme.
Although I think it's a good Randy Newman theme. I mean, it must be considering how iconic it is. Anyway.
It's not anything from James and the Giant Peach. So.
Oh, thank God, no, it isn't. Anyways, but yeah, so what about Monk?
Yeah, that had a funeral scene as well, except that again that was more played for laughs and.
Well, yeah, considering the
and
part
it
where
also had people acting weird at a funeral.
Well, it's Monk.
Also,
the guy
I
kind
love
of acts
how
weird in public.
I love how Logan's concept for dressing up at a funeral is still relatively casual. I don't like the sound of it.
I know who he is.
He'd like do better than me. Hey now,
Yeah,
Bob,
what
let's
does
not go all
Japan think of
racist.
mutants?
I wonder if they think of mutants any more than they think of anyone outside their country.
Yeah, so fuck off.
Wow, like father, like daughter.
Dear people of the funeral proceedings,
Nowadays, they're doing it a different way.
Yeah.
we are here to offer our condolences to the
Yashida.
the man who survived the horrors of Nagasaki, and grew to rebuild his life and indeed our country in its technological advancements. But he was also kind of a dick. So yeah, R.I.P. That's probably how someone who really hated the guy
That armor.
would conduct the
Ooh,
funeral.
the Silver
Silver
Samurai.
Samurai, you say?
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
Silver
it's-
Samurai. I do believe he's the leader of Big Hero 6 in the Marvel Comics.
Although I don't think I don't think Fox had the rights to that particular one.
Huh. I wonder who did have the rights to Big Hero 6, the Marvel Comics.
But Logan feels a disturbance in the Force.
It's as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in worry and were panicked and ran away.
Get it? The Gaijin doesn't understand our culture. Ah, he's an idiot. You know what this reminds me? Oh Jesus, a shotgun. It reminds me a bit of sort of the beginning of Final Fantasy X, where Tidus completely fucks over the rules of the temples of his side because Eve doesn't feel Yuna is alright, so I'm gonna go after her. Yeah, it's like the bonzos were like, the monks were Yakuza gangsters in disguise.
Oh,
You can
boy.
recognize them by the intricate tattoos on their back.
His healing factor isn't working.
Damn.
That's
That's a bit of a bummer.
bummer.
Thankfully,
Yeah.
Yukio can defend herself.
You know, that's something I've always. That's another thing that's been interesting. But the James Mangold helmed Wolverine movies have Wolverine either having little or none of his healing factor.
It's an interesting thing
They
to
try
help
to play
spice
with the
things
character.
up.
What are you doing, Doctor?
I
I'm
guess-
just
I guess in a
monologuing
way-
this from my online e-blog journal.
Let's see. Hashtag Wolverine's an idiot.
I guess I
Has-
can see I guess I can see where Mangold's coming from. I mean, that can so easily be a crutch. Whereas, like, oh, he's in no danger now, is he? So.
Ah, Jesus.
Yes, folks, this here is Viper.
Viper. And it's a bit confusing here because in the Marvel Comics, the name of Viper is being shared normally by 4 different characters, and this is none of them. I'm not even joking. This is a completely original character but just called Viper.
Which is really kind of weird.
It's also a bit weird because the more iconic of the 4 is an Hydra lieutenant called Madame Hydra, which of course Fox did not have the rights around this time. So, what did you want it to do, movie?
It's funny because Madam Hydra would later be replicated in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
So yep, we finally get our big action scene, 40-odd minutes in.
Oh, wow. Huh, it has been 40 minutes, but it didn't feel that long, surprisingly. I guess it's got better pacing. Also, I like how the action here is definitely a lot more in Wolverine's wild side. But now we can't go too gory since it's PG-13, but still, they do have quite a bit of blood here and there.
Again, we'll save that till Logan.
Yeah.
In fact, I
Also,
think it was the
stabbing a guy right
commercial-
in the face. Ouch.
I'm guessing it was the commercial and critical success of this movie, or critical to an extent, that probably helped to help Fox to give James Mangold more free reign when it came to Logan.
This also serves to highlight a bit of a thing that is now taking effect. Logan, due to his healing factor and everything, Logan has been kind of careless when fighting because, he can normally could just tank everything, but now he's having legit difficulty with his strategy.
Whenever he's had huge trouble, it's usually somebody who can match him, or someone like Magneto who can pretty
Also,
much
no,
curb
this
stop
is
him.
not Hawkeye, just saying.
It's Japanese Hawkeye to anyone
It's
who
not,
was...
it's not even Ronin.
You know what's sad is that at this point in time, he... Oh wait, no, never mind. Avengers had come, so Hawkeye actually did get to do something. Although how sad is it that in this guy's first appearance, he did a lot more than Hawkeye got to do in his first appearance.
What for?
Yeah.
He's only in one scene in that. Is he?
Exactly.
And he's about to do something, but then he's ordered not to.
Sorry, Jeremy Renner, you have to wait till the next Bourne movie.
Or Mission Impossible. Or 2012.
What an
Oh!
idiot.
Boy, I gotta say to you, this new
Also,
Yakuza...
boy.
I gotta
Of
say to you,
Sega.
Yakuza 7 is looking quite interesting.
Yeah. Also, yes, Dweebs, in case you don't know, Japan has a lot of Sega Club, still has a lot of Sega Club, buildings complete with
seen a
arcade
lot of-
cabinets.
I've seen a lot of videos and images of Japan, and I've done a bit of reading up.
So there you
Yeah.
go, guys. We got Sega in an X-Men movie, which means, imagine this, a freeway crossover between Sega,
Cool.
Marvel, and Capcom.
And if you look to your right, you will still see the remains of Han's car that they still haven't moved from the road.
Yes, in a show of true
Nothing
decency
more dramatic than to be killed in front of a lolly.
Yeah.
by a
Please.
British guy.
Can you see any anime references?
Not any that I
Nah.
remember of immediately.
What
Keep your
what
eye out
anime
for
was
any Sailor
popular?
Moon posters.
2013, Dweebs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Pachinko!
no. Pachi's allowed to move away. We can film there, please.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Hey,
Strictly
don't bug me
forbidden.
right now. I'm on a freaking roll here. Oh, there's an anime
Hit the
reference.
lever. I still can't stand that line from the Silent Hill Pachinko game.
Wow, they're so unmoved from their pachinko machines, they don't care there was gunfire.
That's the thing about any gambling game, Dwibs. Unless someone's in immediate danger, and by immediate danger they mean like there's an actual
They could have
explosion.
used this excuse to reintroduce Gambit. It was the perfect setup.
Ow, it really hurts. But yeah, that's the thing. People do not pry away from what could be easy money.
Big Apple.
What's that, Logan? Do you feel like a weight on your stomach?
So much anime.
I can't stand all this weeb. Stand.
Well, and you came to this country of all places.
You told me to.
Well, actually, my father did. I hope that's what you were
Actually,
nothing
it
more
was
than a
Yukio.
caveman.
Whatever, one of your family told me to.
Uh-oh.
So is one thing about the Yakuza that they have one of their fingers cut off?
Jason!
Not so
Jason!
much.
Jason!
Tio,
Yeah?
is there one thing about the Yakuza being they have one of their fingers cut off?
It's a punishment in case of betrayal, dishonor, or failing a task.
Oh, okay, so I mean, considering the amount of times you
It's usually
my
done.
fingers-
It's usually done in a sense of Yakuza as a payment for trying to stay back in the clan, if I recall correctly.
Oh, I gotta say
Again,
these-
it's all explained better in the Yakuza games anyway, so those do a
Right.
better justice than I can do.
but hey, they're on
Bobby,
the bullet
you're
train, so-
pressing the poor old man behind you, Logan.
Eh, he'll be fine. I just had multiple bullets buzzed into me, bub.
But you have a healing factor, right?
It's on the fritz.
Yukio doesn't seem to be happy with that.
She was with the stranger.
Shameful
and-
display. He literally calls him Gaijin.
Why are we speaking English? We're Japanese.
I do not know.
Yeah, you're,
Father
a
of
bit
the year.
of, you're a bit of a dick, you know.
Well,
Well, I don't think he's. I don't think he's Yukio's father, but still, you get the idea.
Look at the screen.
It's high velocity, so
Look at the screen. It's in Japanese. I can't read it. Yeah.
Huh.
What about you?
Ooh, getting a bit risque, are we, Logan?
Oh,
I'm
she
not
just
risky.
she just eared him.
Oh, shit.
Seriously,
Still not good.
it's taking a little longer to heal than it normally does.
Well, sorry, I need to use the
Dude,
restroom.
what was in that sake?
Ah, here's another shot for the fans.
Although this time, I guess it could be considered at this point fan disservice, because look at it.
Yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be a bit of a mess to clean up.
Excuse me, sir, but we were looking through our train water system earlier, and we noticed a lot of blood.
Well, let's just say the guy in before me may not have been a guy.
No comment.
Round two.
Oh,
Gentlemen,
God, you
welcome
got
to-
shot
Just
me!
changed.
So this is what happens if this is what will happen if Disney ever buys Sega. This will happen. I
What,
guess.
they'll get thrown out the window of a bullet train?
No, no, they'll cross over Wolverine with Yakuza.
That
Wouldn't
would
that
be
be
cool.
interesting?
I mean, Sega is not too strange to put an American character in their pure Japanese games. There was one in Shenmue, and there was one in some of the Yakuza games.
And when it comes to mystical stuff in the games, well, they had a zombie game,
Oh,
believe it or
jeez.
not. And they've had Yakuza
Oh,
crossover and
remember,
Project
Jova,
Crossover.
Dead Souls is kind of treated as the black sheep of the franchise for some reason.
Really? I thought people really liked that one.
No, remember, Jova, it
And,
almost completely...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video game adaptation of the big set piece from Uncharted 2.
Ah, yes, this may be the most popular part of this movie. The train
But
scene.
you remember, Jova, Dead Souls was the reason why the series almost got stopped to be localized in the West. It wasn't until with Yakuza 5 and Sony's intervention, I remember Yakuza 5 for PS3 was sold only digitally in the West at first. It's only getting a physical release next year on the PS4.
Whoop!
So...
Whee!
It reminds me of that episode of Archer where they apply actual physics on the top of a train. This is gonna be the...
Mommy, Daddy, there's a gaijin fighting a Yakuza on top of that train!
I'm just imagining things, dear.
No, seriously, he's spouting claws and everything! Dang, that guy is dedicated.
Now, this is Superman!
I believe I can fly!
No, you're doing it wrong. I believe I can sniff. Ow.
Get the fuck off the train now.
I just had the rather most unpleasant train ride of my life.
Downtown.
We're walking from now on. I don't think I'll be able to
God,
ever
we are
look at a
really-
train the same way.
Oh my god, we really are in Tokyo Drift.
Huh. It really is.
Oh no, it's one of the cubicles hotel.
Oh boy.
You do know what hotel this is, right?
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah, what?
Look.
It is a perfect place to say I've seen enough hentai to see where this is going.
Hey, look, Bob. I know that we just gotten to know each other,
Kitty.
but I'm sure that in no way this will cause any sexual tension between us.
It's a fat cat.
Come on, please. Can't it just be the same for, different rooms?
if nothing else, this film can also serve as a good way of showing Japanese lifestyle and culture.
Ooh, the dungeon, the nurse's office, or the mission to Mars.
Yeah,
So Logan, do you feel lucky?
this is an anime.
So shall it be the
an anime.
dungeon?
If it were a dungeon, it'd probably be
Ah, you lazy guys! You just took the easy one.
Oh, spinning bed. Hello.
Seriously. Seriously, would have rather seen the dungeon or the nurse's office. That would have been more fun.
What was? Is someone there cosplaying as Nurse Joy or something?
You'll be
Yes.
surprised, Weebs, by how people fetishize nurses. Okay, trader shot. Here we go.
Don't mind me. I just gotta be out.
Oh,
here.
sorry, you. This is not Blade Runner 2049. It's it's for later.
No. People actually saw this movie.
Ooh.
Damn.
Don't mind me, Mariko. I just gotta do the typical hero out in the rain scene.
I mean, I thought that movie was okay. It's just no one turned.
No,
out to
it's
see it.
honestly it's fine. I'm surprised not a lot of people watched it.
Well, then again, it was a sequel to a movie that wasn't exactly mainstream in the first place.
I suppose.
Hi,
Oh,
Logan.
great!
I'm just...
You know, folks. If you're really so obsessed with the Logan keep getting hallucination, why don't you bridge the gap and other than Jean Grey, don't remove her, but also had hallucination with Sabretooth. You know, because he's supposed to be his brother.
Well, apparently he lost all memory of it. And also Sabretooth's kind of dead.
Yeah, well, remember, Jean Grey's also dead, so...
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if Jean Grey's dead, so is Sabretooth.
If you want to have a cameo with an hallucination, just, do variety.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's, you know what's sad, though?
What?
Jean Grey has more impact on this movie than she did in The Last Stand.
Ouch.
And that was supposed to be about her.
Well, part of it was about her anyway. Oh dear.
What? Oh no. Oh, don't tase me, bro.
And considering he's got adamantium, oh boy.
Oh, what was that? Oh, jeez.
And now you're just being dicks.
Fuck you, asshole. What is that?
Oh.
Dagger. God, so slow. There.
We're just goons, dweebs.
Yeah. Electrocuted with water.
Hey, you know, Bob, it's a good thing no one is actually using this road right now. Would be very convenient.
I'm just gonna lie down here now and try and take the pain
this
off.
floor tastes funny. Wake up, Logan. The events of X-Men Origins never happened.
Also, there's a goat here. Are you sure I'm not
Wake up,
hallucinating
Logan.
still?
Wake up, Logan.
We're
This
just
is
gonna
Bob-
need your DNA to create the Deadpool, the real one this time.
This is Bob Iger. I am here to take you to Disney.
Is that the light I see at the end of this tunnel?
No, it's only the sets of lights of the Disney Vault.
Jover, if this were Disney, it would exactly be all light, would it?
No, they need to keep a consistent level of light inside the Disney Vault. We just need to close the door.
Yeah,
Exactly.
apparently the existence of Disney Plus is going to get rid of that thing.
Yeah,
He's a
He's a
veterinarian.
He's a Time Lord.
Get it? Because Wolverine is more animal than man.
He's not even a vet. He's a vet student.
Oh God.
I need to work on something.
So this is like living. It's like being in a.
Oh
budget episode
no! He cut him once or twice while he was stitching him.
This is like an episode. It's like a budget episode of House.
Yeah, if the patient were a riled guy who
Also,
could sprout claws at
here's
them
a here's a thing
moves.
that was brought up in the first movie. Logan, you said in the first movie to I think Kitty or Rogue, I forgot which of the two, that every time you use the claws, you feel extensive pain. So now that he can't regenerate anymore, shouldn't he have visible signs of where usually the scars of the claws are?
I guess we can chalk that up to stuff that has been lost in continuity because these days he seems to enjoy using the claws.
Also, more Kitty.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I never actually wanted that to be taken away from me, Bub, so it's kind of a breach of my privacy.
Mr. Logan, why are you wearing your outfit from Origins?
It's just to establish continuity between them.
Yeah,
for
Wolverine
now.
is like 2 or 3 sets at worst.
Blondie.
He thinks he's a prostitute.
Oh, not too much. Just your
Dead.
life.
No, folks, you got it wrong. It's Poison Ivy, the one with the deadly kiss. From DC.
The only
Yeah.
time I've ever seen Poison Ivy in anything was Batman and Robin.
Well, that's
Oh,
because she
God.
hasn't been used that much in movies and TV series ever since.
She was in Gotham, but yeah.
Was she? I forgot.
Oh yeah, she was in Gotham. Yeah, no man really has been able to satisfy
Anyway,
me.
let's check the officially. Okay, she's played by Svetlana Kochenkova.
Sounds
Let me check
Russian.
what- Yeah, it's Russian. Let's see what she. Wow, lots of.
God, she is acting like Poison Ivy.
I don't know most of her career, unfortunately. I guess where most of them are Russian movies. Damn. Basically, she, as you can imagine, she has control over poisonous substances.
Wow, she can even remove the poison.
Hmm.
Yeah, I did that. Me.
Yeah, and apparently she's powerful enough to hijack Wolverine's ability, so that technically means he's an Omega level mutant.
Dang.
Well, see, this is a series that only used the level system in one movie.
And poorly.
Logan, please don't fall asleep on my shoulder. That's how couples begin to
Yoga,
start.
wake up, we started filming.
Seriously, have
Yo.
you not seen a lot of our animes? That's how a lot of these dead-end relationships get started.
Hugh.
Action!
Hugh, wake up! Were you drinking sake too much last night?
I'm sorry, Oh, crap, did we start the scene already?
Alright, we'll just use this cut and leave it be.
We'll just edit out him saying that.
We'll put it in the extended version.
We had these ideal priests. We had this pretty cute and lengthy conversation on the bus, but you had to ruin it.
Oh, just outside Nagasaki.
Brings back memories,
Interesting.
don't it?
Yeah. You know, it's interesting, I watched the documentary about Hiroshima and it brought up Nagasaki a bit.
Mhm.
You know, if you didn't know, you wouldn't think Hiroshima was bombed at all.
They made sure the only you have probably seen it, Van. The only testament that remains is a one arc that has
they have
sustained the
that arc
blast.
that they go to every year on the anniversary.
Yeah, it's a monument. It's basically being used as a monument.
Oh, where are you?
The unexpected crossover with Rhapsody in August. Did you see that movie, Java?
No.
I did, but it was way too little, so I remember practically nothing of it. I probably need to rewatch it one of these days. It's a bit heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In Japan, apparently, you can get married when you're 15.
Yep.
Yeah, I remembered, Weebs. I think we talked a bit.
You're considered
either-
legally an adult by the time you're 13, apparently.
Yeah, the age of consent and everything is 13. This is a delicate subject, of course. So for
Yeah.
the moment, I'll just stay on the side and say it's a cultural thing.
Nothing
in our
happens
countries,
without a purpose. Not for nothing, Mariko, but I had an entire movie that happened without purpose. Well,
our
sucks to
country's
be
weird when
you.
it comes to our country's weird when it comes to that. I mean, in our country, you can have sex first, but you can't drink alcohol till 2 years after that.
Yeah, we're a bit
To each
similar.
their own lives.
You can have the age of sexual consent is 16, alcohol is 18.
Huh. Age of consent over here is 18. Age of being able to drive is 16. Age of being able to drink is 21.
Yeah.
Values dissonance, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
His testament.
Damn, even more powerful than the Prime Minister and the Emperor?
Sometimes it happens. I mean, remember,
I guess to be
Job,
Prime
fair,
Minister
it,
at this point,
Final Fantasy VII is kind of an extremization, but the phenomenon is there. In Japan, the Zaibatsus do have an economical power that towers sometimes over the government. It's
think
not
at
too
this
deep.
point-
Go on, Dave, I'll say later.
I think at this point the role of emperor is purely ceremonial.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
similar to a
absolutely.
constitutional monarch, Dweebs, basically.
Absolutely.
Also another thing I thought you could imagine if that will read to all my family, fuck you all, you ain't getting shit, I'm throwing you all in the sea.
Oh, God.
But it's not too dissimilar by the fact that the Disney Corporation overall it's probably has more wealth and power than the actual
Oh?
United States government.
So her father arranged a little ditty here.
Oh my god,
Mm.
it's part of a plot of Persona 5.
What, a father disregarding the wishes of his father?
Father of his father? My father of his daughter. Because, part of one of the Phantom Thieves' intros is that she's gonna get
Yeah,
sold off
Okumura's.
pretty much to, yeah.
Although it's a bit different. Here it's a very important Zaibatsu that produces technological stuff. In Persona 5, it's a McDonald's ripoff. Go! I'll need to see again Jupiter Ascending one of these days. I forgot a lot of things about it.
In terms of so bad it's good films from Warner Brothers in 2015 are much.
Hmm.
Is Joe burped?
No.
He's enjoying the movie, Lives. But yeah, will be finally time to, take better look. Yeah. What if they intercepted your phone calls?
I was gonna say they could probably trace your calls.
And they're not that stupid.
And again, maybe it's a different phone she's using. We haven't seen her use a phone before.
Oh. Some things never change, Logan, don't they?
Damn, he's the lumberjack again, like the
Look at all the
Origins.
veins, Jesus
Again,
Christ.
there's continuity when it counts. Oh, now you're just showing off.
Also, that the cuts in the trees were clearly CGI'd. You could see them. Poor Logan couldn't work. You couldn't even manage to cut the tree.
Yeah, I've been in this franchise for 13 years.
And I couldn't, and I will not be able to get out. Still
I've been
for a
in
while.
every single movie up to this point.
Yeah, for better or for worse.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. His long line of being in X-Men movies was broken at Deadpool of all films.
And to be
Even
fair,
then, there's still that cardboard piece.
yeah. You know, he technically shows up in Deadpool 2.
Kinda.
I suppose.
I
Have you seen something, Logan? Something familiar? Something very familiar. The sinister wind that hell compels you.
Don't
The
worry,
spot
it's just an airliner.
The spot where he was when it all happened.
Look,
symbol
Bob,
of
I think I'm
honor.
pretty well guarded.
Damn, I'm gonna get 7 claws. That's awesome.
7? What? Oh, God, that's right.
Yeah. Get it right, you fucking gaijin. But Dark Souls told me that I can use katanas with one hand.
Yeah,
If I
but
have a high enough dexterity.
Dark Souls is bullshit.
But again, nobody should level up dexterity, just saying.
ouch.
I will always use it whenever I fight. Maybe.
I'll be back to use it in like...
And
give it about...
I'm gonna call it Chekhov's katana.
Yeah, pretty much.
About 70 odd years. Yeah. Okay, we can leave now.
So he gave him his katana only for him to give the katana back to him to keep safe for him. Cute.
And he couldn't even bother to help him get out of the place. Yeah. Also, by the way, you're sterile. But again, he could not be because he managed to procreate, so I guess would be staying close to him, healed him from the radiation poisoning.
He got very lucky.
Remember, he had a door on him.
True, but you have to understand, Waves, that the radiations stay there for a while.
Well, that's why they stayed down there for a while.
It's not the Chernobyl level of bad, but it's still at least for a couple of weeks.
So that's how I met your grandfather.
But yeah, Nagasaki had an atomic bomb that only had a set amount of
Plutonium.
plutonium in it. Chernobyl had like
It was an entire reactor exploding.
Yeah. Interesting thing, Jovi, why do you Americans pronounce it Chernobyl?
Because
my country pronounces it Chernobyl. I don't know why.
What? My god.
We call it Chernobyl.
Chernobyl, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. I could maybe help you sleep better.
Again, I've been doing this series for 13 years. I had a CBS series that failed.
Oh, God.
Wait, there was supposed to be a Wolverine CBS series?
Oh no, there was the CBS show that he was on called Viva Lachlan. That was a remake of a BBC show.
And it did not went well.
It was apparently so bad it got cancelled after just a few episodes.
Don't tell me that was his attempt to try and break free of this franchise.
Most likely. The rain is cute.
Oh, and now we're both wet. Oh, hoo hoo.
I wonder what's gonna happen.
What kind of tea? The arousing kind?
You know what story I would have liked to see? Maybe not, maybe just for a bit of fun.
What?
Like, what would happen if his claws were permanently stuck outside and he couldn't retract them?
I wonder if there has been a comic that's done that.
Possible. I
Like,
wouldn't be surprised.
How sucky his life would be.
Ooh, she changed to the kimono. And he did too, I see. Hey! That's a reference to his outfit when he lived in
Yep.
Japan. Yeah, fun fact, Wolverine for some time lived in Japan.
That's why this story particularly said there. It's a huge reference, like I said, to at least when it comes to the Marvel Universe, part of most of the Japan country and the characters associated with them are associated with Wolverine and the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, actually, wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah, be a samurai, Logan.
Basically, at some point, Wolverine gets married to a woman known as Itsu. And
Which he has a son with it, but let's just say that Wolverine has some daddy issues of his own.
Yeah.
I was destined to live forever. Well, until 2017.
Anyway, so about that tea.
Yeah, only Logan can make tea time a depressing subject.
Right into kissy face.
And then G pops up like, what the fuck, Logan?
Yeah, I've been hallucinating you, trying to keep you
I
faithful to
wouldn't be
me.
surprised if the twist is that hallucinations are not hallucinations, and the Phoenix Force allows her to be
Well,
present
now,
like
and
that.
bam, they slept with each other.
Well, Wolverine is not exactly too happy about it.
It's hard to tell what he's doing at this moment.
Probably where his career is heading.
Whoopsie! Have you been cheating on me, even though I'm just a hallucination?
Well, you're dead, you know. I gotta move on at some
Look,
point.
go back to be a flaming bear somewhere else. Thanks, Gene.
Even
Thanks
though...
for telling it.
Oh, shit!
Well, now, I knew that our night
Seriously,
was...
Logan.
I
Can
knew
you
that...
please stop doing that? I nearly got stabbed. Again.
Look, I knew that we had a lot of fun, but I didn't think it was that much excitement. It's what you're gonna call me in bed now, isn't it?
Maybe that's their kink. At least it's better than Quequazzo. You know, just saying.
Wow, was that Japanese for doofus?
No, Dweebs, it's the whole mythos in the X-Men Origins.
Well, it's X-Men Origins, so...
And... Oh, right, Kekwatsu.
Remember, that's apparently how we got the name here.
Probably a good thing he didn't tell her that. That would have been a turnoff.
Also, yeah, since we talk about it, thankfully in this movie the claws look actually better.
Yes, thank God.
Well, I think he's wearing practical ones. I think the only really use CGI ones in like fight scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, using them in fight scenes or action scenes is fine since you don't want to cut someone's head off. I mean, hell,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was during this movie or Logan, but Hugh Jackman nearly castrated himself at one point with the
I
claws.
think it was in
Really?
Logan.
Yeah.
A bad movie, sweetie. You don't want to know.
Brett Ratner happened to her. You know, what's interesting about these movies...
I mean, never mind the fact that you killed her to save everyone's lives.
Not to mention the fact that even you were surprised by how easy was it to kill her, considering her phenomenal cosmic powers.
I
You know, it's
know,
interesting.
right?
It's interesting that these kinds of movies, films like this and Creed 2, actually try and build off of bad movies that came before, like this film does for The Last Stand, and Creed 2 does for Rocky 4.
Well,
Yeah.
Dweebs, I'd
Rocky
rather
4's a lot
have
of fun,
that.
but technically it's a bad movie.
Sorry, I'd rather have that but just pretend this never happens. Or if you have to reset the button, just give a decent excuse like Days of Future Past did.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
Whoa! He's in danger.
What's
Logan
weird?
won't be for another 4 years.
Usually I'm the first one out of bed after a nightstand.
I wanted to get a head start in case you used your claws again.
Smart.
Oh shit. You can't lay off her for 5 seconds.
Sorry, Logan, your princess is in another house. Wow, how nice of them to dress her and
No.
everything.
Logan, you shouldn't try these things again. Oof.
Again, you haven't got much of a healing factor about you. Hurry, guys, he's fast.
You see, Logan, this is why you needed Beast. People like Beast. They will be super fast. Whoa!
Ah, my leg.
My leg.
Okay, this has been a pretty crappy way to start
Alright,
my day.
time for some Jack Bauer interrogation style.
Oh, boy.
Again, Fox.
And now you're making me imagine Leonardo.
Alright, Bob, time for some cultural exportation. Do you know what waterboarding is?
Oh yeah, we do it all the time actually.
Where is she? Yeah, I would do the same. I understand, Logan. Also, Audi.
Why not? Audis are good.
No, it's just interesting way to do the product placement.
I mean, we
Oh no,
can't do-
an angry Hugh Jackman is running towards you. Run away!
Well, limping. I mean, he's still got that.
And I should probably tell you on the way there, except I probably won't. Yeah, why doesn't she just tell him on the way there? I mean, it looks like a long enough drive.
So,
Also, I love.
the score of this movie was done by Marco Beltrami.
Oh yeah, I definitely like the score.
Also, apparently the director, since Yukio apparently is a mutant, that's why she was able to fend off. Apparently, the director, and I'm quoting here, described Yuko as a little fighter who is quote unquote both sexy and almost kind of sprung from the anime world. That is clearly something that a middle-aged, Western person would say.
So
Well, I mean,
yeah.
she's got the bright red hair and all that stuff. But yeah, she saw his death. But it won't be for another in your audience
In
time,
universe,
4 years. Well,
And in
audience
universe, it will be
time.
a couple of decades.
Yeah. And it's really kind of...
Yes, you're holding your own heart in your hand. That's exactly how it's
Open
going to
your eyes,
happen.
gonna be alright. Yeah, I know this shit.
Yeah, I've seen Logan and I know that's bullshit.
It's like with Star Trek V and how Kirk predicted how he would die, except that's totally not how it happened.
Well, who can really predict their own death?
Oh, quite a few people do that in movies.
Yeah, I've survived a lot. I survived Brett Ratner. I've survived
Skip Woods.
Woods.
Honestly, surviving Skip Woods and your career being intact is quite the marvel.
And I was a producer on that film.
Boy, Yukio, you ain't dressed conspicuously at all to draw attention now, are you? I don't need no stinking bodyguard.
I'm the goddamn Wolverine. No, that doesn't work.
It's funny, Liz, because there was actually a time when Wolverine was fused with Batman. And no, I'm not kidding. There was actually an official fusion between Wolverine and Batman. Basically, there was this big event where DC and Marvel heroes were all merged into a universe.
Did I interrupt something?
Did Frank Miller ever write a Wolverine comic?
Yes.
I think
It's
so,
funny.
yes.
Remember, Dibs, he literally is one of the creators of Yukio, the character in this movie.
Time to lock some cock.
I thought you said Yu-Gi-Oh for a second.
No.
I'm the goddamn Pharaoh.
Ooh, you are in trouble.
Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, you've been cop-blocked by the Wolverine.
So much for being engaged. 10 words.
Make them
Okay,
count.
alright. Let's count the words when he says them.
Yay! He said the
There's
F
your
word.
F-bomb.
You don't have the
Oops.
faintest idea what's... That's 9 words.
Ah, there you
Yeah,
go.
thank you.
Yeah.
Make it count.
I swear he did not swear in the original cut. That's
Oh.
11. He said 11, he cheated.
No. Wolverine's giving him some more words.
I swear, all the times he swears in this
Oh,
movie,
even got adamantium for himself.
do you think they filmed the non-sweary bits first and then the sweary bits after in the second take?
Depends.
Oh. So I guess Stryker's experiments influenced this man.
And it turns out Shingen was actually trying to make his father proud. Can't imagine why. Oh. It's an interesting mystery here.
Bye.
Well, he said if he didn't like
Lied.
it. No.
There you go.
It's okay, he's alright.
He found the pool. Although I gotta say, I'll put that in Diamonds Are Forever.
So, an interesting twist of fate. Turns out this whole attempt of killing was actually a whack hit job done by her father and her fiance. Can this family be any more messed up?
Oh yeah,
Well, Joe, at least they're not the Mishimas, I guess.
Oh
I
God.
was looking on IMDb,
Oh,
sorry,
ninjas.
on Wikipedia, and it says based on Wolverine by Chris Claremont and Frank Miller.
Yeah.
I don't remember that particular story, so...
Huh, so there you go. Well, it's like I said to you, Yukio first appeared in Wolverine #2, which involved the two guys.
Yeah.
Ma'am, please stay and be murdered by your father.
Don't worry, we'll make sure he isn't too cruel. By the way, what's going on outside?
I guess Deadpool fans are protesting for what happened in X-Men Origins.
Looks like it.
I mean, in that case, the fans would be incredibly petty. The director or writer are not in this movie.
I guess we're a bit too late to the party.
I don't think he cares about honor anymore,
Oh.
honey.
There's Ryan Reynolds using his time machine.
Well, shit.
Hello, this is Karma Incorporated. How would you like your death to come, sir?
Just fire already.
Oh, there he
Ah.
is, Ronin. Discount Ronin.
You are part of a far bigger universe, Mariko.
I want to talk to you about the Fox
Oh,
initiative.
hello there.
Complete now in what looks like a Madam Hydra outfit.
Seriously, between Kevin Bacon working almost for like Red Skull in First Class and now this, you would think that Fox was trying somehow to get in touch with Marvel Studios.
Well, that's the thing. See, starting with 2011, Fox were trying
Ooh.
to... Ooh. Wow. Not even a quick death. He gets the most painful death possible. I mean, yeah, he was definitely a dick, but God. Oh, and completely lacking of honor, too. He dies in the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets to die wet. No, wait.
Oh God, Wolvie, please.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're late to the party.
Security was fired.
Permanently.
Well,
They were
yeah,
giv-
fired kind of does mean permanent.
You could say they were given the axe. Or the katana. They took a few cuts.
I am sorry. I have to give you a budget cut. No!
Shingen, are you alive so I can interrogate the hell out of you?
No! Jack Bauer, please go away!
Oh, the Jack Bauer treatment has only begun, bub. Come and get her.
So now this has become the plot of Commando.
Huh.
I mean, considering also the one-liner before, yeah.
Hey, bub. Do you remember when I promised to kill you last?
Yeah!
Oh, sweet Jesus, you did!
I lied.
Oh my God, that was awesome! Wait, that's all wrong. There's actually a sound for when he hits, unlike in Commando.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
No,
took
did
away
you
the,
see?
they took
No,
away
did
the
you see
squeeze.
he fell into the void.
If only Sabretooth was here to do his weird, awkward jumping noises.
All right.
Cover the distance quickly.
Let's see if
Into
the
the
power of
void.
medical science can help me out.
Oh, what's this?
I must, I guess my claws won't be big enough, so good enough this time. But first of all, I need to get rid of the handicap.
Big
Let's
time.
see how is Skeleton doing.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
no. He
That's,
has a parasite.
yeah. And a nasty looking one, too.
Alright, emergency operation now.
Oh boy! And
Well-
considering this is the unrated cut,
Ha! I saw you die! I'm never wrong! Awkward!
Alright. Oh. Some
well
people.
then shut up.
Gotta
Yeah,
be
did you
a
get that,
little...
audience?
Oh, shut up! I'm trying to concentrate here.
Yeah, like, not for nothing, Yukio, but maybe you're distracting him is what kills him. Oh,
Yeah, I
great!
changed
Now
my
it's a
mind.
blind spot. Shouldn't you have put on a helmet if you
Oh,
wanted to
no.
go into a fight?
Take it outside, dads.
I'm trying to do an emergency operation here.
Leaning on the patient is not exactly the best, Bob.
Ted. Oh, hello there. It's like that thing in the Matrix.
Could this be
Do
the...
you remember if there was this much blood in the
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember if there was this much blood in the other cut? Do you remember?
I think so, yeah. Could that have been the hearts he was talking about?
Why is it Logan a bit? See. Oh shit.
Quickly, my Japanese Ronald McDonald, take him down!
She looks more like Wendy's.
Maybe she's the love child.
Considering considering all the shit posting in the Twitter when the account does, I wouldn't even be surprised.
Wait,
what's this?
wait, I get it. She's the love child between Ronald McDonald and Wendy's. Even though
Yeah,
really
that makes sense.
Even though really right now BK is going out with Wendy's if Twitter's anything to go by. Like, no joke. Fun fact, BK tweeted to Wendy's that they could take her out for dinner. She said, sure, but McDonald's got left out in the cold on the deal.
Oof.
The sadness of a Brit that has coming from a country that has no Wendy's.
Oh.
Wait, you don't have Wendy's? Oh, man.
No.
No, we don't have that either.
Ooh, you are missing out.
We have Five Guys, Baskin Robbins.
You can clearly see that the heart was moving in a weird way.
We have Taco Bell round here now.
Yeah, Burger King?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Well, at least Viper was nice enough to leave the guy alive, if not poisoned.
Yeah, and there you go. Now his healing factor works properly again.
Of course, now he can be a bit more methodical with his, Oh, God, that one went right into the heart. Okay, healing factor or not, that's gonna hurt.
Well, it's a bit well, not more in the comics than in this movie series, of course. But Wolverine's healing factor also is a bit susceptible to magic elements. If a weapon has like some incantation, particular incantation, can potentially bypass it, but it's more instances of more rare cases. So also, yeah, boy, this fight is one-sided big time. Ooh, shame.
Not even gonna give you the honorable kill. Mine are better than yours, bub. Da da da!
We have a title, ladies and gentlemen.
And the next stab.
But I thought you said I had to live with that.
Yeah, and you lived with it for about a minute or so.
Like 10 seconds.
Oh my God, this is the...
Well, maybe you can take it this way. He technically did die because his heart, stopped, but then he got back thanks to the healing factor.
And the heart that you saw him holding was
That's
actually
the third
the
time you
leech.
ripped off that manifest.
I died, but then I got better.
And now that he has his healing power, he can finally start chain smoking again like there's no fucking tomorrow. Hmm? What's this?
Ooh, an
Foreshadowing,
Iron Man
you say?
suit? Japanese edition?
Next you're gonna tell me that he got financed by Stark Industries.
can't do that.
Well, I do remember there were plans for the first Amazing Spider-Man. There were some first negotiation during the behind the scenes that they wanted to have a Stark Tower cameo.
You know, Viper is a lot like Poison Ivy from Batman and Robins. She can
And
poison you
yet,
with
in
kisses.
appearance, they tried to make her more like Madame Hydra.
It's weird. Even like
I'm
Poison
very
Ivy.
confused.
It's fun. Even like Poison Ivy and Batman and Robin, she's constantly changing costumes.
Were there seriously no other major mutants with poisonous abilities that you could use? I mean, okay, you got rid of Toad in the first X-Men, and granted, he's not exactly with that much sex appeal. Let's just say that. But I'm pretty sure there are at least another one or two mutants you could use.
Of course, he
The
comes in
job.
on a motorcycle.
With his jacket, of course. Ooh, tasty.
I have a name, you know.
She even has a beauty mark, although on the right cheek. Oh, sorry, the right underlip.
Oh, please. He's taken on the military, he's taken on other level mutants.
Levels.
He should be a lot easier to handle since, you know, I gave him something that can take away his healing factor.
You're lost, buddy.
Well, he hasn't read the script here.
Yeah. Just remember,
Don't come crying to me when you die.
I'm
'cause
gonna
you'll
call
be
it
able to
Checkers
cry.
Vial.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. You're free to walk around the facility.
Well, not exactly. 13. I can't read it. To me, it looks like 1370p. Yeah, I know that's clearly not what it actually says. It's just what I can't read. Please.
Whoa, dun 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 dun. Well, it's not a
Yeah, I'm doing-
staircase, so.
Yeah, I'm doing a Japanese.
Ooh, that's a fancy looking bout of armor back there.
I call it Iron Man.
Ironing the man.
We have to call him Iron Man because you know who's owned by Marvel Studios.
So, yeah, bit of a disappointment here. The Silver Samurai, proper one, mind you, is a robotic suit.
That seems to be a thing that a lot of live action superheroes do. Hey, you know this thing? Let's just make it more mechanical looking to make people take it seriously.
Yeah, I mean the Iron Man films. The Iron Man films do that. What other ones?
I mean,
Wait,
I can
when
guess.
it comes to Iron Man, it makes
sorry.
sense since, you know, mechanics there.
I
However,
can guess that the original depiction of the Silver Samurai may have been too much stereotypical, but I'm sure you could have worked it out in some kind of fashion.
just do a middle ground or take inspiration from one of his later, more modern looks.
But then you have the same final giant ship in like All the Dark World or Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I mean, okay, in 4 it makes sense for like a techno magic sort of prerogative. Not to mention a lot of the ship stuff comes mainly from foreign planets.
For the Dark War problems come from the fact that the Dark Elves are not, explained or developed as much as they should.
Yeah.
So. I mean, guess he didn't say that even that in the original cut.
Again, I don't remember this much swearing in the original cut.
He's only said the F word once so far, but when
No.
But this is two time.
No, he said fuck quite a few times.
Huh. Okay. He said the F word with an ing at the end, so does that count as something different than the F word singular?
It's an F-bomb.
The ESRB work in mysterious way.
And yet,
well, it's
isn't
not the SRB in this case. In our case, it's the BBFC.
Weird though, isn't the extended version still rated PG-13?
Oh no, motorcycle ninjas, the worst kind.
Yeah, it's still rated 12 round here.
And yet somehow they managed to have more than one occasion of the F word. Is that something that's just allowed with extended versions on
Okay,
DVD?
this I
Maybe it's
think
different.
this I think is the fight with the most wasted potential
Oh.
with the cut that it is, you know.
Ow.
Oof.
Ow.
Oh no,
Oh
Annette!
no, Annette! That will totally
We'll drag
impede
him through
me.
the streets, yo.
I wonder how much longer the wolf this cut is compared to the other one. What's this one?
2 hours and 18
around
minutes.
2 minutes doing the difference.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh no, we
Really?
will. Oh no, a grinder. What is that? Like a snowbreaker?
Snow plow.
You know, the funny thing is that in some versions, Wolverine could survive getting grinded up. It would just take
Yeah.
him a long time to regenerate.
Dead. That's a dead. Yeah, that clearly looks like something inspired by Frank Miller. I can say that.
Frank Miller before he went insane, I hope.
Well, that's the thing, Jova. The insanity or not, Frank Miller has a style for doing anything, including killing people. So it's kind of
True.
recognizable. It's just in the mentality that he has applied to it.
So we're getting something based off of a work of Frank Miller that doesn't make us cringe. Ah, that feels good.
It kind of reminds me
Ooh,
one of the levels.
motorcycle
It kind
kick.
of reminds me one of the levels in Lollipop Chainsaw where you use a lawnmower to, killing zombies like this.
Yeah, I think that's what Yukio reminds me of a bit. A bit of Lollipop Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes, and well, I guess in attitude, but appearance-wise, not so much.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not so much in appearance.
Okay,
Oh,
you give up yet?
boy, is it just
Never.
me, or is it a little freezing out here, boys? Oh. Huh, thought he was gonna give a one-liner.
Good thing we're all ignoring her.
Couldn't I just have driven in the car?
Really? Do you think this is a good time for smoking?
Wait, he's probably gonna use the cigar to light it up.
Oh yeah, it blew up.
Yep, that, now this is the kind of movie that we got cheated out of with Wolverine Origins.
I hope I'm not.
I did just
encouraging you
waste
to
the
smoke.
cigar. What a...
Jog! Jog away from the arrows!
Ow.
Oh, yeah, here we
And
go.
the
ninjas.
harpoons.
Yeah, they use
Harpoons, kinda.
to hold him in place.
The hunting, but I thought that the hunting the Wolverine legislation in Japan were limited.
This is illegal then.
The humanity,
How could you?
my
do-
boy. Look at my massacre, my boy.
They're harpooning him! My god, they're harpooning him! Save the Wolverines! Oh, look
now
at that.
the
He
perfect
used the
shot.
poison one.
I can make it. Oh, I can't make it.
I can make the movie end at the 90-minute mark, I swear. Oh no, I'm too late anyway.
Gotta keep
Don't worry,
going.
guys. He got up.
Okay, I think it's quite enough now. You can stop shooting arrows.
More arrows!
And you thought Boromir had too many in his body.
Jesus.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's also another... Yeah, this sequence is pretty heavily inspired by Frank Miller's work. I can definitely see.
I know, right?
The
That
shots
scene
and
of him
everything.
falling down with all those arrows in.
It's a good job Frank Miller didn't direct this movie.
Well, who knows? He could have done. Okay, no, that's giving him
No,
way
he
too
was
much.
more at DC by then.
Not only that, but this is at the moment where he was completely off his rocker. I mean, granted, okay, don't get me wrong, The Dark Knight Strikes Part 3 is actually,
Remember,
I mean,
Jova, he's
Master
doing a
Race-
fourth one now.
Master Race actually has turned out to be pretty good, I'm not gonna
But
lie.
that's because he worked only relatively little on it.
Yeah, we'll see how the fourth one ends up.
Damn it, Gene, can you just leave me alone?
I have to make you feel guilty for my death. Constantly.
You know, it's a good thing when my first lover doesn't come and haunt me all the time.
Oh, you finally remembered her. Good for you.
Oh my god, I'm getting haunted.
Did ninjas just stand there looking at it all the time?
I can imagine it now. Oh god, I'm getting haunted by a Dutch woman trying to be American.
Behold, your greatest enemy, Wolverine. A metallic chair.
And a woman in green latex.
And in weird handcuffs.
That's just been the name of the game, hasn't it?
Seriously,
Where's
with that outfit,
Mariko?
you're literally screaming for her to be Madame Hydra.
I can imagine Fox.
You know what would be amazing?
What?
If with the acquisition, if a scenario this turned out to be just a simple alternate universe or something like that.
That would actually be pretty cool.
It can be, considering all the loopholes and laws like that, but I mean in a more official way.
Well, considering how alternate universes exist in the MCU now, thanks to Ant-Man and the Wasp, sure, why not? Okay, don't try to seduce him, lady. He's already got enough women in his life.
So yeah, in case you haven't noticed,
oh my god,
this
she really is
supposed to be our
Poison
main
Ivy.
villain.
Oh my god, she's even got the whole man-hating thing.
Where?
Now that's just rude.
Yep. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly
She was
what
just...
she wanted.
And now he can't retract them.
Yeah, it turns out Bingo Yoshida kind of sucks at this point. I mean, her grandfather may have been a bit too distant, and her father, oh boy.
I wonder how they direct. I wonder how English-speaking directors direct these kinds of scenes. Yeah, the ones.
Probably with a translate, with like a co-helping translator help, something like that.
Yeah, I guess.
Viper woman.
Huh.
Seriously. Where is she? Be careful, you're trying to channel Christian Bale. Spit on air.
He doesn't have.
Oh
like,
my.
Saliva.
It's alive! It's alive!
It's
This looks
highly disappointing.
It's interesting. This looks like it comes from a different movie.
Again, it's pretty much Iron Man, just
Seriously,
Japanese.
like. Aside from Magneto, if I have to be honest, the X-Men movies, including this one, are kind of struggling to have a decent final boss.
What about? Oh, yeah, Striker wasn't really a final boss in it. Striker
No.
wasn't really a final boss in X-Men.
And Magneto hijacked the situation
Whoa!
anyway.
That's a
That's
pretty huge
big
sword.
for you.
Oh boy.
Oh no. And it's made of adamantium, mind you. Please no.
That looks razor hot.
I like adamantium. Oh. Oh.
That worked out just fine. No, this is not madness.
This
This
is the
Wolverine!
mutant version. She
And
even
now
hisses.
she's going like a snake. Oh. Well, didn't see that one
Seriously?
coming.
That's our main villain's death. Jesus.
But what if she
See what
wasn't
I
the...
meant about
but
disappointment?
But Tio, what if she wasn't the main villain? What if she was just the
A
person?
pawn.
Oh, don't worry, she's
Or
not
she wasn't
dead.
dead anyway.
You didn't really think I was gonna go out
I
that
mean,
easily, did you?
I get surviving the arrow, but the fall? Seriously.
I guess her mutant abilities allow for that.
Yeah, I can imagine the
And just
I can
like
imagine that.
Wolverine's abilities allow for him to tackle that giant thing just like that.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I am the Steel Samurai. All will bow to me.
Some motivation, bub.
Who doesn't want to rule the world?
Loads of people who realize how tough it is.
Okay, then.
Okay, and now she's naked.
Oh, no.
But like a snake, she can shed her skin.
Why? I guess this is a part of how she survives being killed? I don't know. Tio?
Ooh.
Oh dear. Oh boy.
That's a spicy old katana.
Oh.
Ow.
I guess we're... You better hope those can grow back.
I don't think they can.
The claw is bone claws, maybe, but adamantium? I don't think so.
What about Days of Future Past?
Oh, no.
Ugh. I hated that wig anyway.
Ooh.
I'm still in the movie!
Don't worry, I will save you, Logan.
I just have to climb a few bit more. What the?
Ugh.
Oh, god damn it, not again.
This is just
Falls
not
again.
Wolverine's day.
How tall is this building?
It's a tower, dudes.
I know, but not tall. What does that say there?
Sick 'em, Sylvie.
Yeah, don't worry. I've got
Oh.
one set of metal claws.
Well, there
still.
goes HBO again.
Ugh. No, we're in Japan. It will probably be TV Asahi that's gone off the air.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Also, this robot is quite imperfect. It cannot recognize someone if there's no light.
I don't even need a sword.
Because I am a
Oof.
viper, I guess. Please, I want your other claws.
No thanks, Bob. They're kind of a personal belonging to me.
It looks like you don't have much choice.
We'll see about that.
Oh no.
You moron.
Yeah,
Wow.
clearly that will do
Yeah,
something.
speaking of morons.
Huh. That's clever.
Oof. At least the wound will cauterize immediately.
Yeah, but he's been stabbed through the chest.
2 hands. And this unlocks the power.
Was there an anime that has swords that do that?
Several.
So, if we're to believe this, the Silver Samurai had not just one but 2 swords clamped next to each other.
Take that.
Oh, what a surprise, it's a robot. Oh shit.
Should have fought ahead, bub.
Then again, maybe I should have too.
I guess you did
Okay,
not see
no,
that
the
coming.
wound really
did
should
you?
have been cauterized immediately.
Maybe
He
adamantium
shouldn't be
works
losing blood.
differently.
Yes, Lives, he shouldn't be losing blood, technically.
Oh my god, his claws!
Can I keep him?
Again,
Mental.
don't worry, they'll grow back for Days of Future Past.
Oops.
Well, for the present scenes at least.
Oh,
Oh,
damn
and
it.
there you are. Well, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for the rest of this movie, he will not have his adamantium.
Well, he technically still has it poking out of his knuckles, just not the pointy bits.
So it's useless then.
Ha! No one else has ever thought to duck out of the poison until I came about! Ah, look
Can't
at that'll
believe
do
someone
you.
figured that out.
Yeah, you may want to deal with that. Oh, crap!
Ooh,
What's the matter? I don't like hanging out.
I don't think she can answer you. She just,
what are you doing?
Oh! Root canal!
Ooh, that's...
Give me your power.
You ever heard about proper consent, bub? Oh!
Jesus.
Don't worry, I'll help you up.
What's
my
this?
God, it's
Oh no! Old Man Jenkins!
Old Man Jenkins!
Okay, not gonna lie. Did not see this one coming. But yeah, it turns out even the grandfather is not exactly immune to madness.
Well, you have to remember, he was still like an imperialist Japanese person, so...
I mean, he did generally respect Wolverine as a friend, but it seems that over time he became a little too obsessed with him.
And the healing. It's like that scene in Harry Potter. And blood of the enemy forcibly taken.
Turns out it can.
You see, Wolverine, that's why the Weapon X program was a better
Oh,
choice.
snap.
Your eternal reward.
He's literally becoming younger by the
Also,
second.
you can see he's CGI'd like that.
And Wolverine's turning old, it looks like.
Very old.
Hey, there's your old man Logan.
Hey, Mariko, your grandfather's alive, and he's gone flipping nutso.
Ooh.
Oh. I just hope I got enough healing factor left.
Speaking to you in English.
For some reason.
Well,
Really?
Oh well.
I don't get to deal the killing blow.
That's lame, Bob.
maybe you do.
Wait, I can still fight. Ugh.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Tearing it bit by bit.
Tube by tube. There
Oh
you go,
my
the
God,
bone. Remember,
bone.
the bones are tissue that still can regrow.
Huh. I actually forgot about that scene. Well, I mean... Oh!
Definitely a Frank Miller line.
We should probably go down to make sure he's dead.
Looks like he had a bad fall this spring.
Ah.
King's Quest. Ugh.
Well, shoot, now your metal claws are
Oh.
gone. It would take a miracle to get back your metal claws. Or messing with the fabrics of time.
Or just find some random adamantium lying around, melt it and dip your claws into it.
Yeah, again, how does he get his metal claws back in Days of Future
Gene,
Past?
would you kindly stop doing that? Seriously, she's so pointless.
It's kind of annoying, honestly.
Can you please just leave me alone?
It's very nice here, although Scott complains a lot about how I killed him.
Wasn't he doing a Superman film?
Yeah, but remember, I had
So
to
it's in a
kill...
better place by both of us.
Pretty much.
Yeah, not yet anyway. I've still got 3 more movies in me.
Huh.
Don't worry, Gene. Your successor will not do a that much better job.
If you can even call it a better job. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, even he's saying, yeah, I had to kill him, you're hurting people.
Hell, you asked me to kill you.
I love you, Gene.
But I gotta stay here, you know. Fox have me locked down for 3 more movies.
You know, if I'm to be honest, I've always found more chemistry between him and Mariko than him and Gene.
It feels a bit more genuine.
Yeah.
Ah, it hurts.
So, how are we going to explain this to the public about what happened to the Yoshida family? That's going to be fun.
How about how Wolverine will explain these back to the school? You see, Storm, I decided to go to have a little vacation in Japan.
Oh, how'd it go, Logan?
Terrible. Food sucks.
I see.
Excuse me, Mr. Logan, what was that I heard about the news about a giant silver samurai guy hitting you?
Don't ask. Also, I gotta regrow my metal claws for the next movie.
Don't worry, don't worry, I've melted some adamantium for you. One of the students touched it, though.
Again, do they ever explain how he gets the metal claws back?
Well.
I mean,
no,
Beast is a scientist. He can be, considering the passage of time and everything, it's not too far-fetched when they try to do something about it.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
guess.
besides that, the plot of that movie has bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
You have to stop Peter Dinklage.
So, weirdly enough, you know, it's funny, because in the comics, Mariko did not become his true love interest either, though she was his love interest for a bit, but she actually ends up marrying the Silver Samurai.
Right?
Not to mention, if I recall correctly,
yeah,
she
they did
becomes
pass
a
the
bit villainous
Mariko. But yeah, Mariko
at
did-
some
did-
occasions.
But Mariko did become the head of the company.
Yep.
Mm.
Again, it's funny.
Also, there's an alternate version of Mariko called Sunfire that's mostly famous in the Exiles comic. I highly suggest you to read that, Dweebs. If you want really one comic book line that you don't really need that much continuity into it and you want to start, especially it's a good story, that's the one.
You know, it's really funny how in this version, the Silver Samurai is Mariko's father, but in the comics, he's her betrothed husband.
I'm sorry, honey. We'll completely forget about you in the next movie.
What? But I was totally awesome! I was the one who finally killed that annoying Viper woman!
Mind you, you'll probably be dead by then.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
I thought I was supposed to be the one who could see the future.
Although, from what I heard, we're gonna get a younger version of you in that, alternate future, whatever.
Come again, say what now?
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Oh, but sounds like a headache. I don't envy you.
And that's it.
Well, there's a post-credit scene.
Yeah, I know, but interesting way to end the movie, just cuts like that.
Quite sudden there. But
Also-
hey,
We'll get a final thought after the.
oh
credit
yeah, we
scene.
sadly did not get a Stan Lee cameo.
I can't imagine the Stan trying to rampage through Japan, trying to get
I
some
don't
girls for him.
In this universe, I don't think we get a Stanley cameo till Deadpool.
No, Dribs. Literally, the first ever Stan Lee cameo comes from the first X-Men
I meant
movies.
no. In this series, from this point, the next one the next cameo he makes is in Deadpool.
Oh, yeah. I think he was in Days of Future Past, too. I think.
I don't remember him being in there. I remember a lot of things about that movie, but I remember Stan Lee being there.
But yeah, I'll admit that movie was still a good time, all things considered. I can't tell what the post-credits scene is about to come
No,
up
it's
soon.
mid, so it should be any moment now. But I'll be quick and I'll just interrupt myself if it comes up. Like I mentioned at the beginning, this is far better than X-Men Origins. I did score decently. 132 million as a budget, 414.8 million at the box office. So, all things considered, it's very successful anyway.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
2 years
2
later,
years
yeah.
later.
Maybe at this point he grew back the metal claws. Trash.
Yoshida Technology.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, that black guy
I'm sure
from...
it's not foreboding.
Don't trust him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Trash, that black guy from X-Men 3.
Oh, what's this?
Wait a minute.
Oh god, not this again.
Hi.
Ian McKellen, yay!
Hi, Eric. You regained your powers, have you?
It's been a while, but I'm glad to see Ian McKellen back.
As
Oh,
for
that's
why,
Sentinel.
I do
Oh.
not know.
Oh,
Speaking of
Uh-oh,
familiar actors.
everyone's paused.
Speaking of actors returning from original movies,
this is kind of is reminding.
Oh my god,
Patrick
he's
Stewart's back! Yay!
He's
You know,
back
it
from
kind of
being
is,
blown up.
considering also this post-credit scene is kind of similar to how Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, and it's almost a completely separate story, but at the end there's the reminder that he's set in the other, universe.
Would you believe that I transferred my consciousness into the body of another man? Yeah, but how do you look like you?
Extensive plastic surgery, plus he is my brother. Or was.
Huh.
Also, where is your Japanese assistant?
I left her at the academy.
So yeah, setting up for Days of Future Past, of course.
Anyway, Tio, go on with your final thoughts.
Basically, like I said, this is far better, and it did score better, as it should, But if I had to be completely honest, the movie is kind of pointless. There is no real reason for it to exist, and overall, it's there. Doesn't add anything. You think it would change, like the status quo, say, "Oh, Wolverine will lose his immortality permanently like this, or he will lose his claw permanently like this." But we get the only major change we get with Wolverine now is his bone claws. Will be relevant for the next movie anyway.
And even that gets retconned, seeing as how he gets his metal claws back in the
Yeah,
present.
like what I just mentioned. You can literally skip this movie and you will lose nothing. Hell, this credit scene supposedly to tie in, if you removed it entirely from just this piece from the movie in itself can be watched at any point. You don't. The only thing that you really need to know is that Wolverine killed Jean Grey at some point. That's it. None of the other X-Men are referenced, for example. Also, if I had to be again, I'm baffled by how they use the character of Viper. It's just bizarre in what this pastiche they did with the name and everything, especially because I'm that certain they had some legal problems with the name like that. They could have used any other name. I'm pretty sure that Marvel didn't care about the other characters of the Serpent Society, so we could have tried any of them, but whatever. But judging it on its own anyway, regardless of these facts, the movie is serviceable. It's an interesting, nice piece of culture that you see integrating East and West like this. you can definitely see the Frank Miller inspiration in several shots and some lines. It's pretty clear. Um, so yeah, it's enjoyable, but compared to the to First Class that was released previously, to me this feels a slight step down. And but in a sense that I would rather skip it than just label it like a bad movie or something. So that's it. Next.
I'll go next. Yeah, I actually do see the purpose of this movie. I feel like this movie was made to sort of help restore goodwill to Wolverine, considering how the last movie focusing on him was X-Men Origins Wolverine. It really does feel like this movie was made to show the people, hey guys, we can make a good Wolverine movie. Probably a good way to prepare folks for Old Man Logan, too.
Well, we got Days of Future Past before that.
Well, yeah, but, I'm talking about, movies specifically centered on Wolverine. This movie is definitely good. It's not perfect, but it's a very good, fun time. The action is definitely pretty good. Good props to them there. The fight choreography, definitely enjoy that too. I actually got a kick out of the relationship between Wolverine and Mariko, more than the 3 films that tried to ship Wolverine and Jean. Heck, I also do like how this movie is about moving forward. I like how Wolverine has his past trauma, but eventually faces it head on and lets go of the past. Which is kind of ironic given the theme of the next movie. And how that ends too. The cast is definitely well thought out here and there. Do like them. I like the characters. I like the story. I think I may have already said that. The set design definitely feels nice, and the music is definitely a good one. As bombastic as this song playing right now is, Jesus Christ.
Well, Marco Beltrami knows how to compose, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do have some issues with the movie. I'll admit, the first act feels a bit slow and a bit disconnected. Okay, not the first act. More like the first 10 or 20 minutes feel a bit slow and disconnected. But when we do get to Japan, even the first act feels well. And, for the first 40 minutes before action, it doesn't feel like 40 minutes. It still feels good here and there. Again, there are the continuity problems, though, which sadly plague this series, which, if you're looking at this as part of the bigger picture, can sort of get on your nerves a bit here and there, because some of the continuity flaws do get pretty freaking jarring, and it is a bit unclear, where this stands in the canon at certain times, like, wait, so he took up mourning at some point despite him singing me more upbeat at the end of X-Men The Last Stand. Okay. Also, I guess he has his memory back and intact now. Okay. Yeah, I find myself having to say that a lot during this movie. Viper is a very weird take on the villain. And again, with Silver Samurai, it does feel like they are trying to sort of one-up the MCU at times, with the likes of Viper and especially how they handled the Silver Samurai, literally making him an Iron Man suit. Like, they were not even subtle with that. But, all the problems aside, it still is a good movie. One that helped reinvigorate hope in the franchise, that's for sure. And Lord knows the franchise needed all the goodwill it can to prepare for the big upcoming movie, which would come next. So overall, The Wolverine is a fun, good sequel that moves forward, while also acknowledging the problems of the past, and I recommend it for you to watch.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll conclude. I enjoyed this movie a lot, as much as I enjoyed it when I saw it in the cinema.
How do you think the extended cut helps things?
There's a lot more swearing in it. And well, then again, I've seen Logan, so it's not as prevalent here, even with the extended cut, as it was in that film. But that film was meant to be R-rated from the start. So
I love that bit at the end of the credits where they mention, by the way, this movie supported the making of 15,000 plus jobs.
Well, that's a Fox hallmark, really, saying how many jobs they create.
Also, guys, think about it for a sec. Okay, it was a bit at the beginning, I guess, but we managed to not have the climax be inside in a Vancouver forest.
Oh my god, yeah. That's
Yeah, I
amazing.
think. Let me check where this was filmed while I continue my final.
I can
thoughts.
imagine the beginning maybe was filmed there, but
Yeah, I enjoyed the action. What basically, you take everything that was bad about X-Men Origins and turn it into the opposite. You know, I enjoyed the action more. I enjoy the story more.
The
You know, I
humor
enjoy
more.
Wolverine. Enjoy Wolverine more. I think Hugh Jackman was more in his A game because he had a better script to work with.
Yes, his accent thankfully did not slip constantly with this one.
Yeah. And it's nice to see a slightly new, fresh take on something. But it's taking him out of his element, or more so than usual, and taking him into a country where he's got no idea of how things work.
Yeah, it's interesting how they didn't make him fluent like they usually do.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, how can you learn a language in a day?
hmm
Uh,
it's not like in Neo where you have to be helped by a spirit cat.
Yeah, or something to that effect. Yeah, overall, I really. Oh, here we are. Parts of it were filmed in Sydney.
Huh. Cute.
Yeah. A few bits were filmed in and around Australia, where Hugh Jackman lives. They moved to a place called Australia still, and they did some stuff in Tokyo, obviously.
I would imagine.
So reshoots took place in Montreal.
Of course they
So
did.
still Canada. It was the credit scene where Magneto and Professor X come to Wolverine.
Ah, the airport. Okay.
And that was from Bryan Singer and Simon Kinberg, who.
It's kind of similar to the Marvel Studios tradition.
Yeah, where they have the director of the next movie do the post-credit scene.
Cute.
Makes sense.
Cute.
Keep things consistent. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, and that was the Wolverine Extended Edition. I hope you enjoyed it, and join us next time for, in my opinion, one of the best X-Men movies, X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Oh boy, this is what we've been building up to, folks. It's taken us 3 decent average movies, 1 god-awful movie, 1 amazing movie, and 1 very, very good movie.
All right, we'll see you for Days of Future Past. Not the
See ya.
record, though. See ya.
See ya.